It's week 4 in the NFL, and we can play our 3 favorite games for a chance to win all the money. Hey there, everybody. Welcome on into this episode of Winning Bets. It's Jason Mattis, of course. That's right. We're on to week 4 of the NFL, and our 3 favorite fantasy games are back. We can win $100,000 over on the Fox Bet Super 6 app. We can win $20,000 over on the Play Barstools app. And we can win $3,000 on the Yahoo Fantasy Slate app. Like we do every single week, let's go ahead and start with that Fox Bet Super 6 app where it's $1,000. It's not the $1 million prize. They decided not to give it away, I guess. Last year, they gave us the $1 million prize until somebody won it. Not the case this year, but I'm a fan of that. Why am I a fan of that? Because the win margins are bigger. Yeah, it's going to be an easier chance for us to win the prize, and I'll go ahead and take that. Those win margins were previously really, really tough for $1 million. Now with only $100,000, they got the win margins a little bit bigger, gives us a better chance to win that money, and I'll go ahead and take that right now. How did we do last week? About we've been doing every other week. We got 4 of the 6 winners right, but we did not get any of the correct win margins right last week, but 4 of the 6 winners. So let's go ahead and jump on into it and see how we'll do this week. We got the Bears and Lions going on in game number 1. The Lions, they're the trendy underdog this week. If you look at all the social media and everybody's talking about it, the Lions are the trendy play. And I think within good reason right here, because they've been competitive. They were competitive against the Packers, at least for the first half they were competitive. And then, the Packers on their home field at Lambeau, they went ahead and took that game over. But they were competitive. You guys remember they were also really competitive against the Ravens. I mean, the Ravens need a NFL history-making field goal to go ahead and upset the Lions right there late in that game. And then even in week 1, even against the 49ers, I know the 49ers jumped out to a big lead, but they showed a lot of heart, and they showed, just a lot of competitiveness coming back and fighting there against the 49ers and making that scoreline respectable right there. So like what the Lions are doing. Meanwhile, for the Bears, we know they got a good defense. You don't have to worry about what they'll do on the defensive side of the ball. But for an offensive standpoint, we're not sure what we're going to get, and we don't even know what quarterback we're going to get. You could get Justin Fields. You could get Andy Dalton. They're even talking about Nick Foles, but I personally don't think Nick Foles is in the question. I think if Andy Dalton's healthy, it's going to be a pick between Andy Dalton and the rookie quarterback and Justin Fields, and I'm not really too concerned with either one of those guys. Justin Fields hasn't been all that impressive in his limited action, and then Andy Dalton, he's a glorified backup being a starter for a reason, so not worried right there. I'm going to go ahead and take the Lions. I think the Lions can go ahead and be competitive against a divisional foe. They won't be scared coming in here to Soldier Field. I think they can get the job done, and they'll be motivated coming off a brutal loss there to the Ravens. So I've got the Lions winning this game, and they'll win that game by 4 to 7 points. The next one we got here is that Panthers versus the Cowboys. You really got strength for strength in this matchup when you talk about it. You got the strength of the Panthers defense versus the strength of that Cowboys offense. And that'll be where this game is won, I believe, is which one of those side of the balls could come out victorious. And then we'll also find out if the Panthers are real. Sitting at 3-0, but, haven't really played anybody worth a damn. They played the Jets. They played the Saints, and they were able to, take advantage of a bad Jameis Winston game, which is what you get. And then they played the Houston Texans. So let's find out if the Panthers are for real, going up against a really good offense, a defense that is good in their own right. Dallas coming off a big monster Monday night football win against the Eagles. I think they can carry that momentum in, playing another home game at their stadium. I like the Cowboys. I like this one kind of big. I don't think the Panthers, I think they're going to be a good football team, but I don't think they're as good as a 3-0 record, but as what that shows. So give me the Cowboys, and I think the Cowboys will win this game by 8 to 12 points. The next one we got here is we got the Giants and the Saints. Saints had a nice bounce back win up against the Patriots, and I think that's a good bounce back win because of Bill Belichick. We talk about how Jameis Winston can have good games and bad games, and you can really rattle him. Well, Bill Belichick wasn't able to do that. He had a good game, so kudos to Jameis right there in that Saints team. Meanwhile, the Giants are coming off a bad game. You can't let the Falcons win that. You're at home. You're against a team that that's a toss-up. Anybody can win it. And you let the Falcons go ahead and pull that out. I know the Giants had injuries, and that certainly didn't help. And maybe if they have some of their offensive weapons stay healthy throughout that game, they can pull that out. But either way, it's next man up. And in my mind, you got to win that game at home. Saquon Barkley needs to be better. Coming off the ACL injury, he just hasn't gotten it going. They need him to get it going if they're going to win ball games. Quite simply, you can't put it all on Daniel Jones. Saquon Barkley needs to be respectable in that run game. Doesn't need to have monster games. Just needs to keep the defense honest, and he's not doing that right now. With Jameis, you always get a chance for a bad game. We absolutely know that. We also get a chance for a good game. one of the better deep ball throwers in all of the NFL. So like that right there. The Giants, in terms of maybe can Jameis have a bad game? Well, the Giants are allowing 75.42% of their passes to be completed against their defense. So that's not good, right? You want to have Jameis have a bad game. Well, you're not doing a good job at keeping that opponent's quarterback out of a low completion percentage. I think Jameis will have him a good game. We look at the Saints defense; they're top 10 in both the rush and the pass. Against the rush, they're top 3. Give me a strong defense. Give me Jameis. I think you'll have a good game at home. The Giants defense just isn't playing well enough from a pass defense perspective to get Jameis to have a bad game. So I like the Saints in this one, and I'll take them by 13 plus. Next one we got here is the Chiefs versus Eagles. Boy, it's hard to see the Chiefs going 1-3. I mean, you're hearing that all on social media and all on the TV. Everybody's saying the Chiefs aren't going 1-3. The Chiefs aren't going 1-3. Just put me in one of those believers. I do not see the Chiefs going 1-3. And then also when you break down this matchup, you're basing it off an Eagles team off a terrible, absolutely terrible Monday night performance. It's hard to get that out of your head. It's hard to get that out of your head, and it's also hard to improve the following week when you're going up against a very talented, Chiefs team right here. They need to bounce back. They need to bounce back quick, but just a tough opponent, to go ahead and do that up against. I don't think the Eagles offense can keep pace. I do think they have a decently good defense, but when you're going up against this Chiefs team, you generally need to score points, and I'm not sure that Jalen Hurts is going to be able to do that at the rate at which Patrick Mahomes is going to be able to do that. So I think the Chiefs winning this game, it'll be close, just because the Chiefs generally are right around, where these spreads are. Generally speaking, they have a hard time actually covering spreads if you look at some of the recent trends out there. But with the spread being -5.5, that's kind of tricky. I've got the Chiefs winning this game. They'll win this game by 4 to 7 points. The next one we got here is Washington versus the Falcons. Truly a toss-up game. I mean, the sportsbooks have this one at the spread is -1, and yeah, I do believe that is accurately reflecting kind of my thoughts on this game. It is a toss-up. The Washington defense has been an absolute letdown so far this season. We know their strength is with that defensive line. They're not doing a good job of pressuring the quarterback. They're not bringing down the quarterback. And until they get that good defensive line play, I think this team's going to struggle because they don't have a good quarterback. They don't have an Alex Smith. They don't have a Ryan Fitzpatrick. They got a second-year journeyman, or not journeyman, but like a second-year player. They're in Tiny Heineke leading the way. They need that defense to step up if they're going to win these games. Coming off a blowout against Buffalo. Absolute blowout. Showed a little bit of fight coming back down 21 points, but then they let the Bills just blow them right back out. Bills are obviously a good team. You guys know that. They'll be in the AFC Championship game, hopefully, from my standpoint. But yeah, they need to play better, though. The Falcons, they can use that momentum up against the Giants. That was a good win, going on the road, playing a Giants team. They can carry that on into here. So I like the Falcons. I'm just going to take them because they're at home. In a toss-up game, give me the home team. Give me the team that's coming in with better momentum. So I'll take the Falcons to win by 4 to 7. Then the last one we got here is Buccaneers versus Patriots. I am all over the Buccaneers here. If you guys are watching my daily show, I've already given the Patriots I keep saying the Patriots because of Tom Brady. I'm giving the Buccaneers. I've given the Buccaneers a lot of love. Think they'll cover the spread. Think they'll have a good game. Brady homecoming. Brady's teammates will not let him down. They're just not going to let him go into Foxborough and get a loss. They're going to actually make sure he has the team-wise has a really good performance. He's done nothing but take pay cuts for that team, and they didn't treat him all that well. There was all that drama his last couple seasons between Belichick and Brady. I see on no way do I see the Buccaneers losing this game. And I don't even see this game being competitive. You got to remember, the Buccaneers have a really good defense, a good rush defense. They can force the Patriots to be one-dimensional, and now you're asking a rookie quarterback, even though that pass defense is a little suspect. I don't know if it's suspect when you can get a rookie quarterback that'll be predictable up against that defense. So, yeah, give me Brady, give me his homecoming, all on it. I will go ahead and take the Buccaneers gladly to win this game by 13-plus points. All right, the next one we go to is over on the Play Barstools, where we can win $20,000. This is that progressive jackpot. Each and every single week, somebody doesn't win it. It grows by $5,000, so that's why we sit at $20,000 this week. Last week, I went 6 for 9, which was an improvement, because the first 2 weeks, I went 5 for 9 in each of those weeks, so I was able to improve. So like that, let's keep the improvements going, where we pick these games against the spread and give them a correct score for Monday Night Football. All right, so that first one, you got Panthers versus Cowboys. I think the Cowboys are going to cover that -4.5 spread. For the next one, you got the Browns versus the Vikings. I'll go ahead and take Vikings plus 1.5. I think this is going to be tough, and I was on the Vikings last week. I was on the Vikings up against those Seahawks. I got that right. I think they can carry that on into this game, too. I mean, Vikings record-wise wouldn't say it, but their plus differentials at +9, even though they have a losing record. This is a good football team. I think the Browns are better, but at home, with what the Vikings did against the Seahawks, I was right. The fact that I was right against the Seahawks just makes me, just think that this one's also going to be right. So, all right, give me those Vikings plus 1.5 points. Giants, Saints minus 8.5. Colts versus Dolphins. I'll go ahead and take the Colts plus 1.5, and this is your other trendy dog of the week. A lot of people think the Colts can go ahead and pull off this upset. I'm expecting this Colts team to just continue playing good, playing competitive, even though the Dolphins have also been playing that, other than the blowout win, there to the Bills. They beat the Patriots. They were competitive and good there up against the Raiders. I don't know. It's just something here tells me that the Colts are going to pull it off. They're not as bad as that 0-3 record should suggest. They'll be better in this performance. Give me those Colts plus 1.5. Chiefs, Eagles. I'll go ahead and take the Chiefs minus 5.5. Rams, Cardinals. Go ahead and give me those Rams minus 5.5. Look, two good teams going at it. Two undefeated teams going at it. Rams at home. I think they have too much. They have the better defense overall. Fantastic game. It will be an absolutely fantastic game. Give me those Rams minus 5.5. Ravens, Broncos. Give me those Ravens plus 1.5 points. We're about to find out, much like if the Panthers are real, you're going to find out this week if the Broncos are for real. The Ravens, to me, are a little bit too tough. Too tough on offense, too tough on defense. I think they can go into Mile High Stadium and snatch them up a victory. So I'll take the Ravens plus 1.5. Bucks, Patriots. It's Bucks minus 5.5, and it's about as easy as you can get all weekend. That would be the easiest bet all weekend is Bucks minus 5.5. And then for Monday Night Football, you, of course, got to give them a correct score. You got Raiders, Chargers. I'll say Chargers 31, Raiders 27, and an absolute fantastic game. Can't wait for Monday Night Football. Two good teams going on at it. Two, young quarterback in Herbert, good quarterback in Carr. Really looking forward to Monday Night Football. I think the Chargers will pull that out by 4 points. All right, now let's move it over to the Yahoo Fantasy Slate app where we can win $3,000. Hope you guys are following me on Thursday night's contest. That is still active. I'm 3-0 so far in that contest. You guys remember we won a jackpot before on Yahoo Fantasy Slate. I like this game. I think the questions they ask are fair. It's a lot of skill. You don't need a whole lot of luck to win their games. There's a reason why we won a jackpot on this one. And again, we're 3-0 on Thursday night's contest. Let's see if we can win that one. Let's also see if we can win this $3,000. Question 1 is Bucks, Patriots. Who's going to win? Don't get cute. Don't change it. Don't give yourself a different answer. Go Bucks. They're going to win that game. What's going to happen first? Will Brady throw a touchdown or Mac Jones have an interception or turnover? I'm going to say Brady has a TD. We already know that Bill Belichick likes to defer the coin toss. We know Bruce Arians likes to receive the coin toss. So Brady should get the ball first. They're going to have a big game. Go ahead and give me Brady touchdown. Cardinals, Rams, over under 54.5 points. I'm going to take in the over 54.5 points. This cashed easily. There were 66 points in that first game. The last game didn't really matter. It was last week of the NFL. Backups were playing in that game. But the game that really mattered last season, that was competitive with starters, easily went over. So over 54.5 for me. Will Cooper Kupp have a touchdown? I think he will have a touchdown in that game. I'm going to say he just has one. There will be a lot of points, obviously, in that game, but he'll just get one of those touchdowns. Browns, Vikings, who's going to win this one? This one I will change it up and say Browns. That's how much of this game is a toss-up for me, so I'll go ahead and say Browns. Seahawks, 49ers. 49ers will win this game in a very close game. It'll be close. I can't wait for this one, too. Two NFC West teams going at it. Give me the 49ers, though. Ravens, Broncos. I'm on the Ravens right there winning that game. And then two baseball questions. Who's going to win the 2021 MLB home run title? I think Salvador Perez can do it. He can maintain his 2 home run lead. He's got a nice little cushion right there. He's obviously hitting bombs all season long. I think he can keep that going and maintain his home run lead. And same thing with the batting average. Who's going to have the highest batting average at the end of the season? I'll go ahead and say Trey Turner. Right there. Don't really like Gurriel doing it. And in terms of Juan Soto, he's going up against the Red Sox this weekend. The Red Sox are battling for the playoffs. They cannot have Juan Soto burn him, so they may be pitching him a little cautiously. So I'll go and say Trey Turner. He's already getting the lead. He's in the lead right now. I think he'll go ahead and maintain it. All right, guys, that's how we're going to do it. $100,000 on the Fox Bet Super 6 app, $20,000 on the Play Barstools app, and $3,000 on the Yahoo Fantasy Slate app. If I've been of help to you on any question on any apps, go ahead and hit that like button. That's how I know I've been of help to you. That'll keep me grinding. That'll keep me working so we can win one of these jackpots again. All right, guys, good luck with your picks, and we'll see you back here for NFL Week 5. That was a lot of fun. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and good luck with your picks. If interested in placing real sports bets, then check out my latest daily free sports betting video in the bottom right corner. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next contest.